from Matt Jones from KSR and said John Calipari is on his way to recruit the man back here, the fireman back here. And like he doesn't have enough tall players next year, but apparently he wants another one. And we say as Louisville fans, just give us one. Give us one. How are you, Leslie?
I am great. How are you?
We're doing fantastic. Leslie Durham. And you are with?
The Greenville Volunteer Fire Department, Indiana.
All right, and you brought these lovely folks here, and this young man's a special story. He's not even from Louisville.
No, he actually lives in Alabama, but he comes back to help Greenville do the Crusade for Children every year.
See, the Crusade for Children reaches. We're out in the whole South, man. So you're from Alabama. Where from Alabama?
Dothan, Alabama.
Dothan. Everyone drives through Dothan, right? Trying to get to Florida, get to the beaches. Now, are you an Alabama fan or Auburn fan?
Alabama.
All right. What is it? You gonna say Roll Tide?
Roll Tide.
Hey, Roll Tide. You know how it goes on this one. All right. All right. You've got some. We're gonna do one half of the thank yous here. We're gonna move over next door real quick.
Yes, but first I'd like to just say that our department is 100% volunteer, and we were established in 1945, and we're very proud to be here representing the community of Greenville, Indiana. And this year we held roadblocks and went door to door collecting our donations. We'd like to thank our chief, Kyle Creer, who's out driving right now. He organized everything this year. And we met a special little boy yesterday named David. David has cancer, and he was celebrating his 3rd birthday. So our chief sent Engine 31 and its crew to David's house, and they all got fire helmets, and David now has a Crusade for Children t-shirt to wear.
Oh, lovely.
We'd like to recognize our firefighter Josh Sutton, who is manning our mascot back here. He is the Indiana State Champion of the Skills USA firefighting competition, and he's going to be leaving for Kansas City in a couple of weeks to compete in the national competition.
What is that?
He goes to Prosser Vocational School and is in the firefighting program.
Okay.
And it's a skills challenge.
Like carrying hoses, climbing ladders?
It's physical. It's also a written test, so they have to know all the background, all the information.
Sure.
They have to plan attacks for fires and emergency situations, so it really prepares them for being leaders in the fire department.
That is awesome. Congratulations.
And then I'd like to have firefighter Nash Amy read our first donation list.
Nash, come on in here, man. All right, you got some. How are you, sir?
Pretty good, yeah.
And the weather held out for you.
That's right.
Raised some money, getting ready to go.
Okay, yeah. Our $50 donation was for Water Tower Storage and Jenkins Builders. Our $100 donation is for Dr. Brian and Noel Warren, Jenkins Properties, Mark and Mary Blankenship, Linda and Gerald Sindelwick, Richard and Margaret Shurich, Brian and Pamela Hobbs, Larry and Kathy McDonald, Mark and Judy Miller, HGF and Pamela Chapman, James and Jennifer Payne, Triple G Gun Gallery Inc., Janice and Robert Weaver, James and Sandra Hilton, Angela Bauman, Clark and Larry Jenny, Arlene Hargengrave, William and Rachel Hamilton, Carol Shrewsbury, Greg and Angela Warnicki, Robert and Joyce Dreer, Judy Geltmaker, Jim Anderson, Tom and Patty Thomerson, Joe Rowdenbush, Philip and Mary Phillips Boulderdix, and James Reed. A $150 donation is for Forrest and Carol Bryan.
Fantastic job, Nash. Thank you so much. Oh, you got another page. He's not done yet. We're getting the big money now. Come on.
Right. $200 donation is for Paul and Rebecca Ebley, Dennis, and Marcia Bryant, Fred and Virginia Carmen. Let's see here. DZ Auto Center, Jacob and Susan Ems. Ideal Tool Inc., Brian and Elizabeth McGurk. Management are Margaret and Pfeiffer and Mary Eve. Our $250 donation is for Geckler Pools and Spas, Denise Fisher, Charles and Annetta McMoggle. $400 donation is Melvin and Patsy Conkle. Irving Materials Inc. Our $500 donation is for...
Here we go.
Yep. Ultimate Currency Inc., Mildred Chapla, Doug and Maggie Hartfield. Our $600 donation is for Wayne and Deborah Zinner, and our $1,000 donation is for Daria and Linda Jacoby.
All right, fantastic. Give it up for those individuals giving yet again for the Crusade for Children, Leslie.
Then my list are the donations in memoriam. We have $20 from Janelle and Michael Chu in memory of Casey Crewer and Chase Branham. $25 donations from Sharon and Donald Russell in memory of Marty Russell. from Gerald and Vicki Russell in memory of Charlie Huber, from Pat Lightheart in memory of Richard Lightheart, Kelly and Melinda Chisholm in loving memory of Diane Taylor, Monty and April Stewart in memory of J.R. Stewart, $30 from the Stiller and Ems families in memory of Raymond and Cordelia Stiller. We have $40 in memory of Bernard and Dorothy Fisher, $50 gifts from John and Cynthia Weir in memory of Jack and Elsie Weir and Wesley and Lenny Dennis, Sharon and Michael Gardner in honor of Aidan and Matthew Gardner, and in memory of John Andrew and Jeremy Nicholas Nungester. We have an $85 gift from David and Sheila Moore in honor of Kevin David Moore. We have $100 gifts from Don and Brenda Trail in memory of Ed and Rita Neal, from Samuel and Candace Hatfield in memory of Ryan Lee Hatfield, from Mary Gillespie in honor of Gavin Gillespie, Michael and Patty Spencer in honor of all of the Averys, Mary Lou Foster in honor of Marvin Foster, Janice Sidebottom in memory of Leota and John O'Rear, Michelle Rowe in memory of Catherine Daly, who loved the Crusade. We have $100 in memory of Chris Zipperly and $100 in memory of Larry Durham and Tommy Castile, $105 in memory of Kevin David Moore.
There we go, page 2, $140. Come on.
This is from the residents of the Mark Elrod Towers, actually in New Albany, Indiana, sister city to us, and that is in memory of a former resident, Jack Flispart. We have $150 from W. Fender and Associates in memory of their loving mother, Marilyn Fender. $200 from Lisa and Douglas Martin in memory of Wilbur and Lucille Meredith and John and Alice Jacoby. $400 from David and Paula Warman in memory of Raymond, Buddy, and Edna Warman, and Bill, Pauline, Ed, and Rita Neal. And we have $2,500 that was given by Douglas and Judy Sapp in memory of Spencer Avery Sapp.
Hello, $2,500 from just a couple right there. That's awesome.
We have 2 special messages. Lynn Cloud Shanks donates $365, $1 a day, every year, in memory of her mother, Margie Robinson Cloud. Lynn's cousin had developed cerebral palsy and got to ride in the convertible with Mel Torme, who was the Grand Marshal in the first Derby Parade.
Wow.
And his picture was featured on the front page of the Courier-Journal. So after this, Margie organized her fellow South Central Bell telephone operators, and they created the switchboard for callers to take pledges for the very first Crusade for Children in 1954.
Awesome.
And then Tyler, who we've already introduced, who's come up from Alabama, he's got a couple special photos here. Our last message is about a very special donor this year named Bones. Bones is a chocolate Labrador. She's donated $200 to help the children of Kentuckiana. But in turn, we need to help Bones as well, because she's lost, and she needs help finding her home.
This dog is lost?
This dog is lost.
Right there is lost, okay.
She was seen last at West Market Street in New Albany, Indiana, so if anybody sees Bones, if you could contact your local animal shelter, we'd like to help her return to her very generous family.
Okay, awesome story. And you've got a nice little grand total for us, too.
We're happy to present this year $30,391.96.
$30,000. All we have is Cheerios here, so we're going to pour the baby's Cheerios in the bucket, man. But they are looking for that dog, and thank you so much, Leslie. Fantastic job. Over $30,000. Give it up to him, Doug. Back to you.
Everybody look at that tote board, because once Mr. Firefighter can move he's very tall, and he's but you get the gist of what's getting ready.